Yo,
Yo, what up,
what's
man?
going on, man? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Oh, I had to fix my hair. God, I'm
Yeah,
just
dude,
kidding.
I try to do that, but now at the age 34, I'm starting to get like the bald spot back here, and I'm just like, I'm only 34, and the bald spot's happening already.
Yeah, man, I can. I'm very grateful that that hasn't happened to me yet.
It's
All
coming
my
for you, man.
friends, all my friends, some of it has, and they're
Yeah.
bummed about. I had one buddy of mine that went and got a surgery, like over in Turkey or something, and now his hair grows. Yeah,
See, that's
I
what
got
I was
all
getting
kinds
at.
of hair stories, man.
Welcome to the Jared Weeks Hair Story Podcast, everybody.
Ta-da!
So I've got Jared Weeks from Saving Abel on here on for Rock 108. You got a big ass show coming downtown, man. Iowa City, June 3rd. Tickets on sale right now, only $18. And Jared, how's it going?
Man, it's going great. How you been? You been good?
Dude, I've been good, man. Just enjoying this cold ass weather here in Iowa. It just continues to be cold and never stops. And I'm like, winter
It's
ended a while ago. Can we be done
I
with
know
it?
it's so funny to me that you're sitting there talking about it being cold, and I was actually out in the front yard mowing the grass this morning. You know what I'm saying?
That's all I want, man. That's all I want to do is actually mow my lawn, which is
That's
like,
yeah. When you mow your lawn, that's me time. You know, I get
yeah,
to put my headphones in. Don't talk to me.
yeah, just leave me alone. And it's kind of like that minuscule thing where you that's all you can do. You can only focus on that. Like the wife and
Yeah,
daughter are inside. She can take care of the screaming child. Just leave me
totally.
alone for 40 minutes as I get this lawn done, and I'm good to go.
Absolutely. I'm so critical of myself, because she's like, I need the lawn to be mowed. And then, but for me, it's like when you get done, like I
Mhm.
could stare from my bathroom window upstairs and look at
Yes.
what I've done. Like, yeah.
And there's like this sense of like, that was me. I
It's
did that.
accomplishment. Yeah. The small joys.
Yeah. The lines are so perfect, man. It's just like,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, man.
There's a trick.
So it's cool to have you back. I mean, I've been had a history with Saving Abel. I started radio in 2007 or so, and I was just an intern, just a little intern trying to get my name out there, wearing the chicken costume, whatever it may be. And those early days, especially in my radio career, and then you guys are really kind of up and coming with Addicted and all these
Yeah.
songs and going on tour with, I remember bands like Pop Evil, Taddy
Yep.
Porter, and I'm just like, so it's kind of a weird homecoming to be talking to you right now.
Dude, that's awesome, man. Yeah, 2007 was
Mm,
right before the plane took off,
yeah.
as I say.
Mm,
Yeah, so we had a pretty good buzz, like a lot of motivation, not motivation, momentum, should I say.
momentum, yes.
A lot of momentum, and then of course we blew open with the
Mm,
single "Addicted." But yeah, I do remember those younger days when
yeah.
especially when we probably hung out. They were
Yeah.
definitely rock and roll, man.
Yeah.
Like
So,
if I'd have done some of those things now, I'd wake up hurting in the morning.
yeah, right, dude. And thinking about then, like even in the radio world and just music in general, how much has changed in that amount of time. It's like that's nuts, man. I mean, thinking back to big rock festivals, there used to be this big media tent that you could go now, but now you have to
Yeah,
the scheduling. You have to do this. You have to make sure this
yeah.
is approved. And it's like it's so different now, man.
It really is. It's sort of strange, how everybody come out of this thing differently, because we
Mhm.
all experienced it differently.
Yeah.
But us, all in the music industry, the entertainment industry, such as yourself, it kind of put us all on the same playing field. Like it
Yeah.
brought us all down to a certain level.
Hmm.
And at this point, we're learning to rebuild ourselves back up, and a lot of things are changing, especially with the streaming
Yeah.
and obviously COVID restrictions and things like that. So we're all we know how to do everything, but we have to learn the new rules and protocols and things like that. So
Yeah.
it is a strange time, but we'll get through it together, like everything else.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, live music has changed so much. And even for you, I mean, you recently came back into Saving Abel just last year. I mean, how
Yeah.
cool is that? Is that like I was kind of mentioned a little bit ago, that kind of felt like a homecoming. And now you coming back is coming back home as well, too. So what kind of got you back into it?
Well, over I'm talking about COVID during the isolation during that time period is when Smith and Myers,
Mm,
Brent from Shinedown and Zach from Shinedown did the acoustic album.
yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, we've got all these songs, because before Jason and I was Saving Abel, we were an acoustic duo called Shade of Grace.
Hmm.
And so I knew that we had all these songs, so Jason and I started talking back and forth on the phone, and it was one of those, hey man, do you ever think of those songs that we used to do? Man, I think about them all the time, dude. One of those type situations. And
Yeah.
before you know it, we started back in the studio and recording those acoustic songs. And then one thing led to another. And it's kind of like the universe sort of laid things out how it was supposed to be, and how everything happened the way it was supposed to happen. Things are different now. Things are, obviously more mature, and we're writing a new album, obviously, right now. And I'm super excited about it, because for me, I've been in Saving Abel since the beginning. But to hear what we have now in comparison is just, we've got a really good rock drummer, and it's definitely directed us in the direction that we should have went, with especially heavy rock riffs and stuff like that. So it's almost like you said, rediscovering or coming back home. And then, it was excited in itself. But once we got in the studio, I started getting those feelings like you get when you're a kid, when you start getting excited and you're working on something, so it feels good to revisit all those feelings, obviously, as this process goes along. And it's been such a warm welcome from everybody. It's made the transition super easy for me. So thank you guys for that. That's been awesome.
That's super cool, man. And again, I feel like nostalgia is a good word in some ways. I mean, especially when you're playing like the older stuff, and you're playing an acoustic, and you're just like, yeah, it gives me that good feeling. Gives that
like, let's go back there. Let's go back to those feelings. It's kind of funny. We were trending on TikTok for a while, or we may still be. I don't know. But we had finally made it to our own trend, and it's called Divorced Dad Rock. So we're all sitting around, and we're like, guys, we finally made it. Like, we finally completed our rock and roll journey.
Forced dad rock.
But yeah, so you know what I'm saying. Like, obviously, Addicted. People are thinking about that song back then, because it was really good times back then. There was a lot of good music out, and those people start thinking about it, and then obviously I come back, so it puts a little buzz going around about us, and we're super excited about what we got going on, and what we're going to be bringing to you guys as well.
Very exciting. Which, once again, by the way, June 3rd at First Avenue Club in Iowa City. Tickets, rock108.com, the place you got to go. Now, you mentioned this brand new album. I mean, you're writing it right now, obviously.
Absolutely.
When do you, of course, the ever so popular radio question, when do you expect the new album?
I'll tell you what. So we've got a loose type timeline. That's what's great when you're running things yourself, especially with all the changes going on with streaming and releasing singles or albums, or EPs, however you want to do it.
Sure.
Sort of puts the power back in our hands a little bit, but we're loosely following a timeline where we release a single possibly at the end of May. Cool. Or maybe into the beginning of whatever comes after May. What comes after May?
June.
That's it. Yeah. Yeah. So you bring in months, dates, and numbers, and my brain goes.
Yeah, I'm gone. Same with names. I'm the worst with names, man.
Same with names. I'm pretty good with faces though, but names totally. So yeah, we plan on releasing a single, obviously within the next month or two, and we're coming back in July. And if we haven't got the album done by then, we're going back in July, and we're going to finish it. So if not, we'll have a second single released by end of July, August, maybe something like that. But obviously then the album will be out. Yeah. And we're completely booked throughout December right now, which is great. Thank you guys. It's been so awesome, like coming back to and seeing these people. They want us there, they want to see the new show. They want to see what we got. And obviously we bring it every time. Yeah, man. We have a good time wherever we go, man. But basically, so we'll be touring until the end of the year. And then obviously next year, whoa, we're going to be awesome. We're going to be on tour somewhere in an arena. We're going to be coming soon. So, hopes and dreams and positive vibes, man.
Yeah, man. Absolutely.
That's what we're going on here.
Well, I think too, we need all that because again, we've been kind of locked down essentially, especially in live music, being locked down for so long. And it's really kind of in a way coming back to normal. I mean, even tomorrow here in Iowa, Breaking Benjamin, Seether, and Starset are going to be here. And it's like, I can go to that show. I wasn't able to say that 2 years ago.
Totally,
it's like,
man.
oh my gosh, it's all I ever wanted.
I never thought something would happen like this in our lifetime, but like
Yeah.
here it is. And we're living in it. And
Mhm.
it's so weird to look at that, man, because it's going to be a thing like in the history books or
Oh, yeah.
pop culture or whatever, like how music changed or adapted or moved on from there. So
Yeah.
I think it's really important that the people we got here putting out the music and using their platforms and
Mm.
providing entertainment. And you guys and the fans are just as important because we're obviously all in this together, so we are better and stronger together. So
Yeah.
I think it's a really cool way to pull everybody, unify everybody, especially at these shows, man, because there's so
Mm.
many things for us to be arguing about or picking sides or yes, you did. No, I didn't. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
Social media in a nutshell, essentially.
it's really hard to believe a lot of things these days. And it's
Mm.
very easy to find something that fits your narrative or whatever you're searching for.
Right.
But when we have shows and when we do things, we bring people back together. That's something that Saving Abel really looks forward to doing. But
Mm.
showing these people, man, have you ever noticed the energy in a
Ah,
room?
yeah, dude.
See what I'm saying? Like
It's
because of this
intoxicating,
pandemic and
man.
stuff like that, it just brings back those feelings because it's so powerful and strong, and it just
Yeah.
brings us even more together.
Right.
We obviously have more in common than we don't. So
Yeah.
I just love those moments, man.
Legit. And even, when, especially at the height of the COVID and quarantine and all that, like they were, bands obviously had to make do. So they did live
Yeah,
streams on
yeah,
Facebook, or you could buy a ticket to go watch their live stream. And
yeah.
it was great. And I'm happy that kind of thing happened. But there's, again, like you were mentioning, when you're at a show, you're in front of people, there's just this vibe about it, and
Oh
feel
man.
the thumping of the kick drum, dude. It's just like, there's
Yeah.
nothing like it. And now that it basically back in its own way, it's like, okay, finally, we can
Yeah,
do
it's
this
like
again.
it's about time. Something that's normal. We feel good
Yeah.
again. Yes,
Right. Exactly, man. And you can watch all the YouTube videos in the world, and still,
absolutely.
you just got to buy that ticket. You
Not
got to
like
get the
being
shirt.
there, man. It's
Yeah.
not like being there. Hopefully, it makes a lot of us more grateful for, the present moment that we're in,
Mm.
especially in those moments. I know a lot of times we pull out the cell phone and we want to capture those moments. And, I'm great
Yeah.
that people do that at shows because I get to capture moments and see things that I don't normally get to see.
Sure.
But you got to remember that there's only ever been the internal here and now. So
Mhm.
to put that phone down and to actually see that and experience it, man, and be grateful for it. I just, man, I love creating those moments and experiencing those moments with people
Yeah, man.
together, man. It's just something beautiful. I'm a big sap though,
I'm with you, dude. So
Yeah,
I
dude,
am too,
it's
on
big
top of
and
that.
beautiful. It's so vast.
Yeah. So one of the things we won't go too much longer because I know you got stuff you need to do, but one of the things I've only noticed about, and going back to the social media world, is that Saving Abel, you guys, I don't know if it's you or all the members or whoever, is incredible at responding to people on Facebook. So if someone tags Saving Abel in something, there's an instant response of just like thumbs up. Yeah, you got it. I'm just like, who's doing that?
We do have a couple of band members, I as well, that attend to that stuff. But we also have a team, a management team or person that handles that as well. Which she basically has done a great job as far as structuring how we advertise and
Oh, yeah.
what our posts are about. Because all that digital stuff, there's actually like rules and requirements and algorithms in order to get
Mhm.
this and that.
Yep.
Man, it's so ridiculous, dude.
Oh, it's nuts.
I remember dial-up internet. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
56K.
So she does all of that, and since I've come back, we've had that started, and it's been extremely, in my opinion, it's been done so professionally and so well. But once that started happening with the connection, when we started redoing the media and rearranging everything, it started becoming to where we would reply just whether I was on Saving Abel page or
Yeah.
Dave or Wilson or Jason,
Mhm.
and we would just respond while we're there. As far as we communicate and let people know, hey, you don't have to say anything. I got it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it is actually us that pay attention to that and talk about it. And I use my platform as far as my social media. I try to be positive and motivate and inspire people. So as far as people messaging me and asking questions, and some people need hope.
Yeah.
So I don't find them as chances anymore. Like I get the chance to do. I find it more as an opportunity.
Yeah,
Like I
yeah.
get an opportunity to show these people like who I really am, like what I believe in, and you know, stuff like that. So we do, as Saving Abel, really enjoy getting to know our fans, and you know, obviously commenting back and talking and laughing and crying with them.
Yeah. And I think that means a ton to people because, because of social media and the direct connection that you can have with fans or people in general. I mean, when you get like that little reply back and all of a sudden you're just like, oh my
Yeah,
gosh,
you're
that's
like,
so
whoa,
cool.
yeah. Well, you know, it helps to feel noticed. It
Yeah.
helps. Like I see you out there. I mean, a
Mhm.
lot of times we don't. You know, it's just,
Yeah.
especially in the past few years. Man. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, we need that stuff, man. I
Yeah.
know a lot of us miss it. So, you know, we need stuff like that. It really is important, like human connection.
And
Good
again,
stuff, good stuff, man.
right. Well, even right now, and I was mentioning a little earlier about how, you and I could talk on the phone right now. That's all.
Yeah.
That's how it's always been. But
Yeah.
now I can see your face right now, and it's just like, yeah,
Hey,
the
I
face
know that
communication.
guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's
Well,
good.
see, it's the same with me. Like, you know, reading emails and stuff, I can never tell people's tone.
Oh
So,
my God,
you
dude,
know,
this is the
so,
worst.
so I'm
Oh,
always asking, I'm like, how does this make you feel? Like, am I reading this right? You know, so
right.
obviously seeing someone's face and talking, I have, you know, I'm actually a visible learner. And so, yeah, it definitely helps out a lot.
It makes a huge difference, man. Are the kids yelling in the background there?
Yeah, man. I got my little buddy Scout. He just woke up from a nap. See, if when I'm not a rock star and on stage and connecting with you guys, I'm a dad.
Oh,
I'm a
dude.
dad of three, actually.
3. Oh my
And I
gosh.
mow the yard,
And you
man.
mow the
Kidding me?
yard. Those perfect lines, man.
Yep,
Well,
absolutely.
well, during COVID, I ended up buying a house and having a kid. So I became the dad as well, too, man. So
Dude, that's awesome. Congratulations, man.
1 year old, 4 months, and she's already got me wrapped around the finger, dude. It's nuts.
Absolutely. As they should, man.
Yeah.
Don't forget to let them be little, man.
Oh, yeah. No
You
doubt.
know, I
She's
find
crazy.
myself forgetting that a lot. And mostly that's just my ego going, it's
Yeah.
supposed to be this way.
How are you not growing up the way that I grew up?
Yeah, man, it's really hard to be a parent because you got to pay attention to stuff like
It
that.
has its
It's so
challenges,
important.
man. Oh my gosh. Well, the
Yeah.
last thing I'll ask you real quick is I'm a big tattoo aficionado. I've got, a bunch of video game tattoos all over me.
Right.
I'm seeing
I saw, is that Link?
it is, it is. I
Yeah,
got a link
totally.
right here, got the Doom Cacodemon,
Sweet, man.
so all old school video games.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at your arms. What do you got going on there?
Let's see. I like art as well. I got Michelangelo, the Sistine Chapel right here.
Wow, dude, I actually saw that a couple of years ago.
It's God touching, man. Yeah, but watch this. Mine actually touch. Watch.
Oh, there you go. That's what it's always been working up to the whole time.
Yeah, dude. So I got that done out on Nickelback, man. Believe it or not, a lady freehanded that, dude. It was the most awesome thing to watch.
That's good art.
This one's my first Sailor Jerry tattoo. I got that this year.
Oh, cool.
This right here was done in, I think, New Mexico or Texas. It's a Phoenix.
Wow.
This is when I first got sober, obviously.
Yeah,
Started trying to get my life back.
Mm.
Because obviously, Phoenix rise from the ashes, the whole metaphor that,
Yeah, man.
but it really does mean a lot to me. I also have a daughter. Her name is Harper Lennon Phoenix Weeks.
Mhm.
So, that had significant value to me as well.
Yeah.
I got a heart right here on my hand with a crown.
Cool.
That's the only matching tattoo that me and my wife have.
No, that's awesome.
I got some stuff on my chest here.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
Italian for my love, my family. Got an angel up here.
Damn, man, that's cool. Oh, I love good work, man. I mean, and I'll travel for good work too, and that's good work.
Yeah, well,
really
this is one of the first tattoos I ever got, or the wings here, and I had to get two because if you don't, you fly in circles, obviously.
Right, yeah.
But yeah, that's one of the first back in Tupelo, Mississippi. I can't remember the guy's name, but it's one of the first tattoos I've ever got.
Oh man.
So, and a lot of these tattoos, moments in my life and stories. This is for my niece and nephew. It's kind of like a roadmap of who I am.
That's kind of the same thing. I mean, mine's all video games. I mean, everything. And
that's awesome,
I got Scorpion hanging out under here, the armpit. So,
dude, that's awesome, man.
But every single thing, like yours, tells a story. It tells a story.
Yeah, it tells a little bit about who I am. Yeah, man. And I enjoy talking to people about it. So, dude, that's awesome. Thanks, man.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Well, as much as I would love to continue talking, I know you probably got more stuff you got to do, and you got to go make sure the lawn was mowed just more perfectly than you had.
Just more. I may have to go rake the grass now just to make it more obsessive compulsive.
You got to do the string trimming too, man. I mean, you got to make sure that's possible.
Totally. Well, I can find something to do. Trust me.
Well, you're a dad of 3, so I mean, there's no stopping.
Always room to grow, man. Growing and learning.
So June 3rd, of course, Saving Abel. See the return of Jared Weeks, man. Bringing all the Iowa City tickets are only $18. Get all the details at rock108.com. And Jared, before we go, since we're on the Zoom and I like to do a blog up at rock108.com, we have to take a quick still shot of just you like doing a thumbs up, a smile. I don't care what you do. And then for the next 2 seconds, we hold it. Cool? All right, go on. There you go. All right.
Oh, now?
Oh, okay. 1, 2. Perfect. All right. Jared, you're good. You got it, man.
Okay. I was just making sure.
Awesome. Well, Jared, man, I can't wait for the show, man. I can't wait to see it. It's going to, again, feel like a good homecoming back to those good old radio days, man.
And the tickets are only $18.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's going to be awesome. Under $20 for a great show. And plus, you get to hang out with me and the rest of my band. It's going to be amazing.
Hey, you're all good to go, man. Hells yeah. Well, Jared,
I'll see you guys soon.
Absolutely, man. We'll talk to you later, all right?
All right. See you, buddy.
See you, dude.